Benjamin Netanyahu has cancelled his participation in a major event with American Jewish organizations on Sunday evening ahead of Israel's 75th Independence Day. Now, it's not exactly clear initially what the reason was, but it is known that large protests have been planned at the venue in Tel Aviv. Organizers saying the Prime Minister has told them he is not able to appear at tonight's event, sponsored by the Jewish Federations of North America, the Jewish Agency for Israel, Keren Hayasod, and the World Zionist Organization, celebrating their investment and support in Israel's growth and development, adding that they thank him for his message of friendship between their communities. So to find out more, let's go live to our senior correspondent, Owen Alterman. And Owen, thousands of delegates converge on Tel Aviv for this event, flying in from abroad, the Prime Minister bowing out at the 11th hour. Why exactly did he give a reason?
Didn't give a reason, Benita. It's widely understood that it's because of the protests that were planned both outside the venue and also inside the venue. And by the way, Benita, the protesters still came out on our way into the arena. We saw dozens of protesters lining the way into Tel Aviv's convention center with their signs, getting organized to show and to make their voice heard to the many American Jews who flew all the way to Israel for this conference, the #1 conference of the year on the annual American Jewish calendar. But they see this as a victory, as one of them told me on the way in about Netanyahu, pachad ve'alach. He got scared and he didn't show up. So they see it as a huge victory, having the Prime Minister cancel. But Benita, taking a step back, it's just an incredible sign of the times. 3,000 American Jews fly here to Israel, the #1 conference on the annual American Jewish calendar, held once every 5 years in Israel, timed, of course, to coincide with the week of Israel celebrating its 75th birthday on Yom HaAtzmaut on Independence Day, Tuesday night and Wednesday, coming here for this special moment to celebrate the relationship between Israel and American Jews. And what happens in this country riven by protests? They can't even hear the Prime Minister speak. So, Benita, obviously a huge turn of events for the Israeli-American Jewish relationship, certainly for the people here, and absolutely a sign of the times.
Certainly an unusual development, and as you say, ahead of such a crucial week in this country. So who is going to speak then? The delegates will be waiting to hear some wise words out of Israel at this juncture.
That's right. Isaac Herzog, the president, is still going to be speaking tonight, so he still will be speaking to this crowd. Obviously, Benita, as you know, more of a consensus figure in the country, so wouldn't be expected to attract protesters. But tomorrow morning, Simcha Rotman, the member of parliament from the Religious Zionism Party, and of course the chair of the Knesset Constitution Committee, someone who's been at the center of the judicial overhaul, will be speaking on one of the panels. It will be interesting to see what kind of reception he gets and if he draws protesters. What we have seen today, Benita, at the meeting of the Board of Governors of the Jewish Agency. These are the big donors. These are the leaders of that global Jewish body holding their meetings, in a sense, on the sidelines of this bigger confab. In that smaller forum, protests and boos and jeers at Rotman when he was speaking on the stage. Oded Forer of the Israel Beitenu party from the opposition actually had to stand up at the podium and say, hold on, please let Simcha Rotman speak. We need to have some kind of dialogue. We need to have some kind of debate. So, Benita, if that happened in that smaller, more controlled forum, one could only imagine what's going to happen come tomorrow morning in this bigger forum, which, Benita, frankly, will be much easier for the protest movement to access.
We certainly will be coming back to you to find out exactly how things unfold there in Tel Aviv. Thank you, as always, senior correspondent Owen Alterman.